Kaniswa on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Hey, what's up, angels? I'm back with another amazing Turban Tuesdays. So this Turban Tuesdays, guys, we're going to get into one of the biggest fads, aka dentures. But you guys call them veneers. So, guys, veneers is a fad, okay? It's in style now, but being honest, in a couple of years, that is going to be out of style, and nobody's going to be doing that, okay? So, let's get into it. I got a good video of a young lady who... Let's just watch the video, okay?
I had my veneers already for 6 years. I got my teeth done in Beverly Hills. I had my teeth done for 6 years, and I never had any issues, but I had my teeth for 6 years. So it was time for me to get them redone. So before you come in my comments talking about, oh, well, it's your fault because you want to look a certain way, it was time for me to get them redone. I decided to go here because a friend told me about it, and that was it. Period. Done. Blue, blue, blue. They agreed to do my porcelain teeth for $10,000. So they told me come in on June 23rd, 2022, and we'll take the teeth off, put the temporaries on, blah blah blah.
I have heard that veneers, the good ones, can hit $50,000 and up, maybe more. You know, way more than that. So $10,000 sounds like some cheap veneers. Sounds like some real cheap El Cheapo veneers that, yeah.
So I get to Smile Dental Center 32 in Miami. The first thing I realized is that it's ghetto. Like, just period. It was kind of ghetto. Like, it was hella people in there. I'm sitting in there. I wait 2 hours past my appointment. 2 hours. I leave, I go get food, I come back. They not saying nothing to me. The people there barely speak English, which, okay, whatever, we're in Miami, I get it. A lot of people speak Spanish, that's cool. I'm finally seen by a female dentist. Okay, this is the first dentist. Finally seen by a female dentist. We have a brief conversation. I tell her, hey, I just want to warn you, I do not get numbed easily. It's extremely hard to numb me when I get dental work done. And I said, and I know you're going to think that I'm lying because it is pretty crazy, but I need you to know that when I tell you I feel it, I'm not lying to you. In a way, that's like, they do like nerve blocks and like all sorts of stuff, okay? So whatever. I'm sitting there, I'm in pain. I'm bawling my eyes out. The lady is like, it's not possible for you to still feel this. She gets up, doesn't say anything, gets up, walks out of the dental office, of the room where she's shaving my veneers off. She walks out, my teeth are partially shaven off, and she gets up and leaves and doesn't say a word. I'm sitting there still in pain, crying. Where did she go? She's like, oh, she's pregnant. So yeah, she's feeling nauseous. What? So you get up and you leave while I'm sitting here in pain, bawling my eyes out, crying because you're pregnant, babe, and don't even say, hey, take over this or nothing. That's insanity. Whatever. So I'm made to go into another room with a man. He tells me that he's going to try to numb me. And I'm like, okay. So he gives me more numbing. I'm like, okay, you know, go ahead, like start. Because the numbing, when I do get numbed, it wears off hella quick. So I'm like, all right, come on, like, let's get this shit off. He starts drilling it off. I'm like, no, I still feel it. So he's like giving me hella numbing. So I'm like getting a little bit nervous. He gets up and walks out. Again, another one walks out.
Okay, so one thing about me, when it comes down to places like the dentist and doctor's offices, in those places, I am big on them like having good customer service. And when I see things that look a little funny and they look a little shady, I would just get up, leave, and walk out. Like, I'm sorry. And in this situation, I feel like, winter, girl, what was you thinking, honey?
And I Google how much dental numbing can you give somebody until it's like deadly. Because I'm scared at this point of, like, they've been giving me so much numbing, but like they're not like doing it in any type of strategic way. They're just like poking around in my gums.
Okay, so Something that I did find out about veneers is that with veneers, no, okay, well, first let me say this. Winter girl, winter honey, at the beginning of this video, and I didn't put it in here, but at the beginning of this video, you stated that you had your veneers done for 6 years and that you live in Los Angeles, California, and that you went to Beverly Hills to get your veneers done. Winter, for the life of me, I don't understand why. If you knew that the place that you went to the first time did an amazing job and you didn't have no issues and no problems, why not stick with them and just go back to them? And I'm also say this right here. Everybody knows LA is like the place that you go to when you want anything cosmetic done. You know, LA is that place, specifically Beverly Hills and you know, those well-to-do areas. So if you're gonna get anything cosmetic done, go to Los Angeles, California, specifically Beverly Hills, and get it done. Y'all, a lot of y'all try to take the shortcuts and want a piece good. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Floridian, but I would never, ever, if I even thought about it, going getting cosmetic stuff done, I would never go to Miami to get it done. I would never go to Miami to get any kind of cosmetic procedure done. And I definitely would never leave out of the United States of America to get any kind of cosmetic stuff done. I'm sorry. No. 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 LA would be the place that you should go, because they're out there. That's just what they're known for. They're known for doing all kind of cosmetic stuff. So saying that, as I stated before, winter, you should have just went back to where you went to the first time. Like, if you was there, and then you live in LA. So winter, I love you. But see, you need a girlfriend like me. Okay? You need a girlfriend like me. One of them good girlfriends, you pick up the phone and you call, and then I just tell you, bitch, what's wrong with you? Get your ass over there and go and do da-da-da-da-da. You need one of the people around you that's gonna talk some sense into you when you kind of doing some of this crazy stuff. Okay?
Finally, I get called back to where they put the temporaries on, and it's 2 ladies, 2 girls, young girls. And they put the temporaries on the top, right? And they're like, oh, we can't put temporary teeth on the bottom of your teeth. And I said, what? I said, he just told me that they could put temporaries on my bottom teeth. I asked him ahead of time. They said no, because of the gum contouring. I said in my mind, well, why the fuck would they let me get gum contouring if they were not able to put temporary teeth on my teeth? I have things to do. I now have no teeth on my bottom teeth. You understand how that could be a problem, considering I have to do? It was crazy. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, y'all can't put on, no, we're not gonna put bottom teeth on you. I said, why the fuck would y'all do that? They're like, it's okay, like, you know, it's gonna be 2 weeks. I'm like, 2 weeks? 2 weeks? I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like, the turnaround is supposed to be a week to get your permanent veneers. What are you talking about 2 weeks? They're like, well, we do 2 weeks here. So it is what it is, basically. Searching for dentists in LA to adjust my bite, because I'm like, I'm not flying back to Miami. You guys have done enough damage. Like, I just need to find a dentist in LA that can adjust my bite and like make it so that my mouth is comfortable to close. So I start to go to different dentists in LA. I'm reaching out. I'm like, hey, can you adjust my bite? A lot of people don't even do it. Some people don't know how. I'm like talking to Dr. Q in Memphis, and he's like, I'll redo your teeth for you, like, you know, whatever. Like, because I'm like, I'm really having a lot of problems at this point. This is like weeks, a couple weeks have gone by at this point. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. So I finally find a couple different dentists. They like do bite adjustments on me, but it's really not changing. Like, I'll get one side adjusted and then the other one will be off. I'll get this side adjusted, then the other one will be off, like whatever. So I ended up going to 4 different dentists to get bite adjustments. So that was another maybe like $3,000 just for me to go around to all these different dentists trying to figure it out and figure out bite adjustments. So at the 4th place I go to try to get a bite adjustment, they take x-rays and inform me that none of my teeth are bonded properly to my teeth, and that there are cavities under my veneers. That Smile Dental Center 32 in Miami put veneers over cavities in my mouth, and the teeth are not even bonded properly, which means they are not even attached all the way to my teeth.
Okay, so I want to say this to anybody who's contemplating any type of teeth straightening. You have to go to see a general dentist first. Even like I have braces, okay? Before you get braces, there's so many things that you have to go do. You got to go to a general dentist, and that's where it starts at. You got to get all your cavities, if you have them, filled. You got to be up to date on your cleanings. It's so much stuff that you have to go do before you can get the picket fence across your teeth. And even if you want Invisaligns or as you can see, even veneers. This is why I feel like I do feel veneers are really a waste of time, because you might as well just go ahead and just take care of your actual teeth, you know. And then understanding that, and something that Winter did say, she had her teeth done like 6 years ago, 6 years prior to this incident. Every so many years you have to maintain veneers. Every so many years you have to get them taken off and redone. And through my research, one veneer can run you between $1,000 to $1,000, I think $1,500 is what I read. Like, that's crazy. And that's not for the top and the bottom. That's per veneer. Baby, that's a coin. That's a coin for your mouth. And you're gonna do that every so many years. So that's crazy.
And it's just a whole long process, and it's caused me to have it's called like TMJ or something. It's like these jaw problems. So I started going to acupuncture to try to help with some of the jaw pain, and it helped a lot. So once again, that's more money that I'm spending. I'm spending like $100 every time I go to get acupuncture, and it was just crazy. So I finally tell Smile Dental Center 32 that I want a refund, and they tell me if I want a refund, I have to fly to Miami. I want you guys to listen to this. That I have to fly to Miami and let them drill my teeth off.
Okay, so that I think these people, I'm like, just hearing this, to give you a refund, or better yet, what I am hearing when I just heard this is, in order for me to give you a refund, I want to do more work in your mouth for and then I have to give you your money back. Like, I have to do more work in your mouth to give you your money back. Like, to me, that doesn't make no sense. Like, like, Winter, did you have any beef with any of these people at this location? Because they trying you like a baser, honey.
me living in my old house, you guys remember what my old house looked like? Kind of, I had carpeted floors throughout the whole house. And like now, like since I've had my sensory issues, carpet drives me crazy. So every day I was just feeling like I was in a sensory overload every single day. So I was like, I need to move out of this house immediately. If you guys saw my viral TikTok video, you saw that I would have to walk around in these rubber Crocs and never take them off, because the way that the carpet felt underneath my feet was like nails on a chalkboard. I'm literally getting chills just thinking about it now. So I decide to move into a new home to get away from the carpet in my house. And I know that sounds crazy, and I never thought those words would come out of my mouth because it sounds crazy, but that's how bad my sensory issues had become. Like even me touching my hair is not a comfortable feeling for me. Like I'll use the words, oh, I can't even touch my hair. I can do everything, but it is uncomfortable for me. To this day, it's still uncomfortable for me.
Okay, so this part I don't understand. You sold the first house that you were living in because you were running from the carpet due to your sensory issues, and you got another house that you paid I guess $15,000 to get into. Now okay, I'm not trying to count nobody's pockets, but would it have made more sense to take your first house and just have a carpenter come in, remove all of the carpet, and put down a different style of flooring other than carpet? Like maybe hardwood floors, or maybe tiles of some sort. Like, to me, that just would have made more sense than to just actually have to pack up everything, pack up all of your belongings, your things, get movers, get get moving trucks and everything. Like, that just would have made more sense to me. Just have them come in and just do a renovate. I guess you call it a small renovation when it's just only on the floors. That I wonder, would have been cheaper? Because you did say you spent $15,000 to get into your new place. So would have just been cheaper? I don't know. Okay.
But at this point, I was desperate for anything, because some people are telling me, oh, like your nervous system is just like had a shock. I found one other person in the world who went through exactly what I went through with the same kind of sensory issues, and she lives in a different country, and we were emailing back and forth, and she told me that the same exact thing happened to her after she got her veneers, and she had the same exact sensory issues, and it took 3 years for her sensory issues to go away. And she told me that I needed to get into like holistic medication and stuff like that. So whatever. So I'm trying, you know, holistic stuff. I start taking some supplements that is supposed to like help with like your nervous system and things like that. So I get another call from the lawyer, like, I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks later, and they're offering me a full refund. Okay, they're offering me a full refund, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just take the refund. Okay, I'm gonna just take my money back. But then when I sat there thinking about it, I was like, no, because you know what? My refund is $10,000, and I have spent well over $10,000 just trying to fix what you ruined, and that is not right. It is not right that I have to pay for your mistakes on top of be in pain physically and emotionally every single day. So I texted the lawyer and I said, actually, I don't want the full refund. Keep it. I'm gonna get a lawyer myself, and I'm gonna sue them. So I end up going, like, I'm like still like seeing my dentist that I have here in LA in Encino. Shout out to them. They like, Miss Encino Dental Center. They have really been there for me, and like this has been like one of the hardest situations I've ever dealt with in my life regarding my health. And they have really been there for me. And like, even though I'm still in pain and like I still have my sensory issues, like just being around people who like understand that like you're in pain every day It just like means, it just means something. It just means something to know that like I'm at least like being empathized with a little bit, you know? And like they really try to like make sure that I'm comfortable and like make sure that I'm not in pain, and like, you know, are just like really cool about the situation, because I've been in their office so many times literally crying my eyes out, and it's just been like a really long journey. So I'm just very thankful for them. So
one thing that I am gonna say is going to any doctor of any kind is, it is highly important that you feel comfortable and safe with that physician, that doctor, whatever you want to say. And then also them making you feel comfortable, as she did state, and making you feel like, hey, we're here for you, we're gonna get through this, we got your back. So that is something that is very, very important when you're going to any kind of doctor. That's highly important.
I decided that I'm gonna get my teeth fully redone at Encino Dental Center in LA, and that is costing me $28,000, so $30,000. And I just want to go ahead and say, before I decided to go to Miami a long time ago, when I was even thinking about getting my teeth redone in the beginning, I think I had went there. I think I went there to get a consultation, and it was like the same price. Like, it was pretty expensive, and I was like, no, I'm not paying that. Like, that's OD.
Okay, so the whole thing of, oh, it's expensive and I ain't paying that. Well, I'm gonna say this here. Somebody used to hear my mom say, you get what you pay for. Okay, when you want to take cheap route out, you gonna get cheap results. And then you got to go back in and refix and redo, which is basically what Winter's going through now. You get what you pay for, you know. Yeah, that's just what it is. You get what you pay for in this one, and it's sad that she got to go through this, but yeah.
And now that I look back, I should have just paid the $30,000 then, because now I'm out $60,000. I have permanent freaking nerve damage, and my whole life has been flipped upside down for this last, like, what, 6-7 months. So spend that extra money, okay? When it comes to your teeth, don't play them games. So I get all this blood work done, right? A lot of blood work. Keep in mind, I have a phobia of needles. So me getting blood work done is really like a thing for me. So I'm like, but I'm desperate. So I go get the blood work done. Everything comes back normal, except for like I had low vitamin D, because y'all know I don't go in the sun. I'm pale as hell. And yeah, so they
okay, so this is something that I keep hearing Winter say in this video. I'm desperate. I'm desperate. I'm gonna tell you something. You should never be desperate for anything from anyone, period. Because when people see that you're desperate, they'll take advantage of your desperation. And I kind of wonder, when she was down in that clinic in Miami, did they smell that? Did they smell the desperation and they just did whatever, you know? Yeah, so Winter, you should not be desperate for anything. Granted, I know you have your sensory issues, nerve damage, etc., but you're not desperate, baby.
Prescribed me vitamin D. And I'm like, okay, cool. So can I get the referral to the neurologist? And they don't say nothing to me for like, I think like a month. And I have to call Kaiser back and be like, talk to another doctor. I'm like, look, you guys had me do all this blood work so that you would give me a referral to the neurologist, because I have this freaking like nerve damage from this dentist, and nobody's giving me anything. And the doctor on the phone says to me, and I swear to God on my life, and I have this as proof if anybody ever tries to play me, like in my charts for Kaiser. He said, I think it's all in your head, and I'm gonna refer you to a psychiatrist, because I've never heard of that before.
Like, what is that for a doctor, once again, a doctor of any kind, to say out their mouths to a patient? I think this is all in your head. That's very insensitive. me being somebody who told you guys on one of my Turban Tuesdays about my situation with fibroids, having doctors who kind of just like laughed it off and, oh, you'll be all right, you know, and just not take stuff seriously. It's very, very hurtful and very, very disheartening, you know, and it can leave a bitter taste in people's mouths regarding the medical field and trusting doctors. And you know, when we hear stuff like that, it makes it hard to trust doctors. It really, really does. All right, let's finish.
So as you can imagine how I feel just as a woman going through what I'm going through physically every single day, for you to sit up here and tell me that I'm just imagining this and I just need to see a psychiatrist for these sensory issues that I'm having, even though another woman has literally gone through this in a different country, I am like furious. Because I'm like, don't ever sit up there and call me crazy when I am physically suffering every single day. I am overwhelmed with my senses every single day, like to the point where I'm like, I have to take a sleeping pill and go to sleep because I feel just like a million bees are just buzzing inside of my body, and it's just like not stopping. Like anything I touch, overwhelming. Anything I do, overwhelming. Like it's just crazy. Like I can't even explain it. So I finally have somebody reach out to me that is like, keep in mind, hundreds of people have tried to like reach out to me and stuff about oh, what it could possibly be, and everybody's been wrong. And I finally find something that it probably is. It's called neurotoxicity of local anesthesia, and basically it's something where like, it's, you guys can look it up, but it's like 0.02 people experience this and have this happen, but it could possibly have happened because of the amount of numbing medication that they were giving me, and they could have like put the medication in the wrong place, and it basically caused like me to have like poisoning, like neurotoxicity, like of local anesthesia, or like some type of nerve damage. Like my nervous system is like shocked, like my nervous system is shocked. So pretty much where I'm at with it right now, I went to go see an integrative doctor. That cost me another $1,000. I am now taking 12 supplements every single day of my life because I'm literally just desperate. I'm so desperate to try to get answers. I went back to my primary care doctor. They were like, oh, well, now you got to come in and get a physical for you to maybe possibly get this neurology referral. I went and I got my physical. Then they're like, you got to get more blood work done for us to give you this neurology referral. Like, I feel like I'm a freaking medical mystery. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know 100% like what it's called. Like, we know what we think it is, but like they told me, it's like they spoke to a neurologist about what I'm going through, and they told me like, yeah, it probably is what I think it is, but it's like impossible almost to like get tested for it. And if I don't have a diagnosis, like I've tried to reach out to lawyers and stuff, and like it's really hard to have like a full case when it comes to like dental malpractice. Like you need like a lot of like evidence, which I'm like gathering whatever, and I'm not ever gonna stop until I get like all of this evidence, whatever. I'm really trying, y'all, but it's really hard to like sue these people because it's really hard to get my diagnosis. So they basically told me to start taking a drug called gabapentin. Like, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but gabapentin is like a pain medication for like nerves. So they want me to start taking gabapentin because they're like, okay, you know, once you take the gabapentin, if that helps with your nerves, then we can like pretty much rule out like, yes, it is nerve damage or whatever. But the symptoms of the the side effects of the gabapentin are weight gain, suicidal thoughts, depression. You can't just quit taking it whenever you want. And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to take it. Like, I have the prescription, everything, but like, and like I know that I'm desperate, but I think like I'm just so scared because like this whole situation has like thrown me into such a dark depression already with my health that I'm scared that if I take this medication, that it's just gonna like put me like over the edge. Like, I just don't know. I don't play about my mental health, y'all. Like I'm really serious about my mental health because I have, you know, gone through a lot of stuff in my past with depression, and it's like really scary. Like, it's really scary, and it's been really scary for me since all of this has happened. And I really didn't want to cry in this video, but I don't know. I never thought it would be me.
Follow Kaniswa on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.